Hey, good morning, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Dose. My question to you is, who do you ask for permission to lose weight? That's the question. It's kind of an odd question, but it's a legit question, and I'm going to share with you a little bit more about that. But come on, I want you to come on a little journey with me here. So the question of the day is, who do you ask for permission to lose weight? Come on up. You guys gonna come up here on the ladder? You ready to come on up? Give me a moment. Hopefully I won't fall off this ladder. Bear with me. I'm going up on my roof. Oh, don't mind the roof, it's pretty dirty. Coming up here. Bear with me. You're like, oh, you better not fall off that roof. All right, hey. All right, we're up. There we go. So the question, who do you ask for permission to lose weight? Welcome to my rooftop. This one's a rooftop daily dose. I think I did one before here. I actually did. Now, if you look, we're on a single story. This is a little ranch house, right? Here's like my front yard. You may be seeing that. Got the Jeeps in the driveway, 2-3 of them. We are a Jeep family. And it's a bit dirty. Look at the roof right now. It's a bit dirty. We got all these oak trees up here that drop all kinds of stuff. Hopefully I'm not making you dizzy. It's nice and cool here in the summer, by the way. And you're like, Mark, what the heck does this have to do with permission to lose weight? Well, it was really interesting. I'm going to share this quick story with you. About 2 years ago, maybe you were following me, because I think if you were following me for any length of time, maybe 2 years ago, and you knew we had a roof problem. In fact, it was terrible. We had put a new roof on about 10 years ago. And if you know anything about roofs, they're supposed to last a good 20 years, right? Like the shingles and the roofs are supposed to give you a good life of about 20 years. Not our roof. In fact, our roof was leaking. It was so bad. In fact, my office, just so you guys know, my office, not that you really care, but it's right over there where that crease is, right there. And one day, actually, after our roof had leaked and we were trying to patch it up and fix it, my dad was trying to fix it. He's a carpenter, and he had helped the best he can. We still got leaks. And this is the time of year. April showers brings May flowers, right? We had tons and tons of rain 2 years ago. I don't know if you remember that. It was like Christmas time, and then after we had a lot of rain. And the rain just came in, and my ceiling literally in my roof fell in. Literally fell in. The ceiling of my roof fell in. So we had to, and there is a point to this, so stay with me on this story because it's a good one. So we had to, it was dire need to get a roof. We needed to get a new roof, but we didn't have the resources at the time to just throw down for $15,000, $20,000 roof or whatever. So we're like, all right, well, we got to figure it out. So we were resourceful and we figured it out. But one of the things is like, well, you can ask for your insurance to cover it because your roof should have given you 20 years. And I was like, yeah, it can't hurt. I don't want to spend this money on a roof if we don't need to. And it shouldn't have lasted just 10 years. So here we were, our house was literally leaking, water was coming in, my roof in the middle room was completely collapsed, half of the roof collapsed, I would say in the inside, so it leaked into the ceiling from the inside and the ceiling literally fell in. And so we did it. And we didn't ask for permission. We just did it. Now, of course, we got like the permits and so forth, so on. So we did go through like the city and we had to get a permit and so forth and pay for that. And then we had retain. How does that pertain to losing or waiting for permission? Waiting for permission instead of just asking for forgiveness. And here, let me just sit down here. I'm gonna sit down on my roof. Okay, I'm tired. We did it. We literally got the roof. We had to. And here, let me see if I can do something real quick. All right, there we go. We'll see. It looks like it's going in and out. I don't know why. But the forgiveness is, you can maybe ask for forgiveness saying sorry, to your husband or your wife and saying, I need to do this for me. This is something I need to do for me. I'm going to take care of this. Like we took care of our roof. You need to take care of you. Why? So again, maybe you are on the inside or just literally leaking like this roof was. The roof was caving in. Well, maybe from the inside, because you've been stuck in this weight loss battle, you're drowning, so to speak, like our house was leaking, and maybe the leak and things are caving in on the inside. Maybe things you don't even know about in your health. Maybe your confidence, maybe your mindset, maybe you're just the stress, the anxiety, the fear, all those things they're debilitating you. And maybe they're not necessarily like collapsing, but that's sooner or later going to happen. So again, my question to you is, who are you asking for permission? It's interesting. I have people that I talk to on a regular basis, and we have a nice conversation, and they need to lose weight, and they're ready to lose weight, and they're serious about losing weight, and they've been struggling on the weight loss. And then they say something like this, and they say, well, I got to ask my spouse first, like, because there's, financial, I got to ask my spouse first. So my question to you is, what spouse doesn't want their husband or wife to be healthy and in good shape again? What spouse, good spouse, maybe if you love your wife or you love your husband, what spouse isn't willing to do whatever it takes so that your spouse can be the healthiest human being they can possibly be? I don't understand that. And it's interesting because I hear people say, no, we can't spend the money on coaching right now because we just bought a car, or, we're spending $50,000 a year on my kid's tuition, or, hey, I'm not to knock how you spend your money, but how is it that those things are worth more than your own personal well-being and health? Like, and how is it that maybe a spouse, like your significant other, how would they not want the absolute best for you? That's my question. Or for you to get the exact help that you need so that you can put a new roof on, so to speak, right? So that you're not leaking, so that you're not collapsing from the inside. Now, listen, I don't know who you feel you need to ask permission for when it comes to losing weight, but I'm here to tell you right now, the only person you need to ask for permission for is you. The only one who's keeping you from getting the weight off and keeping you from being the absolute best that you can be and living the life on, so to speak, your terms. If you're a man or woman of faith, it's limited on your terms. It's really on God's terms. And but I don't think, at least from my pursuit and my faith journey, and maybe you're not a man or woman of faith, that's okay. But if you're a man or woman of faith, do you think that God wants you to be living life with a collapsed roof, a leaky roof from the inside, just tearing yourself apart, like ruining? Like, that's what was happening. If we let the roof go, if we didn't fix this roof up here, it would have ruined everything in the inside. The rain would have kept coming in, more of the ceiling would have come down. It wouldn't protect my family and my kids and my wife. We wouldn't, our floors would have gotten ruined, like our renovation we did 10 years ago or 11 years, maybe it's more now. That would get all ruined. It literally would fall completely apart. And that's my question to you is, where we didn't necessarily get permission. And the funny thing is, where we came back around and we paid out of pocket for this roof because we had to do it. It was a do or die situation. We needed to do this, or we had to move out. And we did it. And then we paid for it. And guess what? Our insurance, they said, no, we're not going to pay for it. So we fought. We fought for it. We got lawyers involved. This is something, if you remember, and I couldn't talk about it then, it's all far and gone now. Now, they didn't pay for all of the roof, but we did get a good amount of the money for the roof. So we were able to get reimbursed. And I think that's the forgiveness part, right? Like, I think it'd be better off if you're on this weight loss journey, ask for forgiveness. Tell your friends, hey, sorry, but I'm not going out with you because I'm trying to lose weight. And if I go out with you, I'm going to have 3 cocktails and have, an indulgent food that I know right now is not going to serve me or my goals very well. Or, your husband who wants to be lazy and sit on the couch and not go for a bike ride or go for a walk on the weekend. Again, you're going to have to do for you. Like, you do you. The only person you got to ask for permission for is you. And what's stopping you right now? That's my question to you. If you could be resourceful, you can get the help you need if it really matters to you enough. So that's all I have for today's Daily Dose. And again, enjoying, a little throwback Thursday from my rooftop. It's pretty cool. Like you see way in the distance there. When I walk to the beach, it's about a block and a half. If you were wondering where the beach is, let me see if I can stand up and show you. I think if we had a second story on our house, you see right, I'll see if I can point to it. Right back in there, that's the beach right up there. Anyway, you guys have an amazing, blessed day. And I hope if it was valuable for you, I'd love to hear your comments. Drop them down below, or even share this with your friends if you find this helpful to me. Chances are you're going to find this helpful to someone else. Anyway, take care and God bless.